The biggest questions about Light No Fire remain open. Light No Fire did not appear in this year's Summer Game Fest, despite so many tantalizing clues that we really wanted to interpret as signs that it would. And with Hello Games' last NoMansSky update as buggy as it is, the questions only become more and more serious. Light No Fire is the next big thing from Hello Games. But here's the question everyone's asking. Will PvP be part of this fantasy adventure, and how will it work with a deep RPG progression system? Good guys for here, and I have some eye-opening ideas on this, so let's get started. Light No Fire, the next game from Hello Games, the folks behind NoMansSky, revealed at the Game Awards 2023. It's pitched as a fantasy sandbox with RPG vibes on a massive, seamless planet. But honestly, we know almost nothing about it. Will it feature a hardcore RPG progression mechanism like a giant skill tree, races, professions, maybe factions? Could there be PvP? And if there is, how do you make it fair in a game where veterans might dominate newbies? Okay, so here's what's got me thinking. Hello Games says Light No Fire blends the depth of role-playing games with the freedom of an open-world sandbox. But what does that mean? In RPGs, you usually have a progression system, skills like archery or sword fighting that get stronger as you play. Maybe if you pick a rabbit-like character from the trailer, you're faster than, say, an ogre. Sounds awesome, but if this is a massively multiplayer game where players bump into each other, could that progression cause problems? Think about it. In most RPGs, someone who's played for ages ends up with a super strong character. A newbie with a basic sword might not stand a chance against a veteran with maxed out skills. Compare that to NoMansSky, where after 50 to 100 hours, your progression kind of levels off. If NoMansSky PvP wasn't an afterthought, it'd be more about how you use your gear or adapt to the terrain than just being overpowered. So if Light No Fire has PvP, how do you avoid new players getting crushed? I'm not saying it will have PvP, nobody knows yet, but it's something I keep wondering about. What do you think? Could solo players hold their own, or would newbies need to team up to survive? Before listening to my suggestions on this, pause for a second and write down your ideas so you won't forget to comment. Alright, let's check in with the community because I'm not the only one with questions. I've been poking around Reddit and Steam, and fans are just as curious. Some folks are excited about the idea of PvP, imagining duels or epic battles, but others aren't so sure. They look at NoMansSky's chill, mostly PvE vibe and wonder if Light No Fire should focus on exploring and building instead of fighting. For example, one Reddit thread had someone suggest PvP could be optional, like agreeing to a duel so nobody gets ambushed. Another idea was specific PvP zones, but they need to be fair for new players. Then there's a whole group saying PvP might not fit at all. One post even argued the game's title, Light No Fire, hints at a peaceful vibe. With a planet this huge, you could probably avoid other players entirely if you wanted. What would you do? Leave a comment, let us know. Some of these ideas came from the Light No Fire Hello Games subreddit. Links are in the description. I'm curious, do you want PvP in Light No Fire, or would you rather it's all about cooperation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. So after we said PvP could be really problematic, let's explore why and what could be done. For argument's sake, let's say Light No Fire does have PvP. How could it work without making new players feel helpless? I've got a few ideas and they vibe with what some players are tossing around online. These are just guesses. We don't really know what Hello Games is planning, but here's what I'm thinking. One option could be PvP arenas. Maybe there are special places, like magical battlegrounds, where players can fight with set rules. The game could limit it to specific weapons, like only bows, or specific types of fighting, or even make everyone's stats equal in the arena. They could add some kind of leaderboard so you know who's the top fighter before you step in. That way PvP stays fun and doesn't mess with the open world vibe. Another thought is faction-based battles. Instead of one-on-one fights, maybe you join a group, and only groups can battle other groups. If there's magic in the game, and we think there is, maybe a mage could cast spells to protect weaker players like shields or healing auras. That'd make battles feel like a team effort, not just veterans squashing newbies like flies. Or maybe the simplest idea, opt-in PvP. Let players choose if they want to fight at all. If you just want to explore or build, you could turn PvP off and never worry about it. That'd keep everyone happy, right? Well, not everybody. If we look at NMS, many players are missing that part, really missing it. These are just ideas though. Hello Games hasn't said a word about PvP. What do you think would work best? Did you write down different ideas? Alright, that's my take on Light No Fire, or at least what I'm wondering about it. We don't know if it'll have PvP, how deep the RPG systems will be, or even when it's coming out. But that's what makes it fun to talk about, right? If there is PvP, I hope Hello Games finds a way to balance it. Maybe with arenas, factions, or an opt-in system. With their NoMansSky track record, I'm betting they'll surprise us. What's your guess? Will Light No Fire have PvP, or stick to a peaceful vibe? Are you planning to pre-order it when it becomes available, or will you wait until Hello Games fixes all the bugs, like 10 years later? Drop your ideas in the comments, I'm dying to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button and consider subscribing for more NoMansSky and Light No Fire discussions. Join my Discord server. We have a channel for Light No Fire and we can't wait to make it grow. Invite link is in the description, of course. Good guys for here, and I'll see you again soon.